back with Kayla from Days of Our Lives, Mary Beth Evans, and we've got lots of questions. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'd like to say welcome here. I think you're great. I'd like to know, what is that song that they always play when they show you and Steve together on the show?
Gosh, I wish I knew the name of it. It's something like Win Your Heart, something. I don't know the name, but you give me an address, I'll send it to you. I don't remember what it is. But it's a nice song, isn't it? They just picked that recently for us. I like it, too.
Now, this is a dumb question. Maybe you don't hear that when that's during the scene. They add that afterwards,
Well,
right?
sometimes they do. But there was one time we had some scene where I pushed a cassette player and we came to each other and kissing thing. They played it then, but normally they don't.
Okay, back to the telephone. Hi, you're on with Mary Beth.
Yeah. My question is, do the writers really listen to what the audience has to say? I sent in a petition with 30 signatures asking them to give Kim back her baby, and I've never seen her get her baby back.
Well, I think they're going to answer your letter very soon. Very soon.
You have something back there? We have, you know, every time you go places, I bet you get gifts all the time, right? So let's...
I love gifts.
Well, here's
one.
one.
My $11 birthday present for me today.
I'll tell you what, I'm just going to give this to you, and I'll let you open it up there. You can do that right now. And then we have a rose.
my
I'll be the
God.
messenger here. How's this? A rose?
Oh, that's so sweet.
Isn't that nice? Yeah. Anything else anybody has? While she's doing that?
Oh, neat. Look at this.
Wait a second. Oh, look at that, huh? That's very nice.
That's nice. Thank you. Who's that from?
That's from, what's your name? Romy. Thank you very much. That was nice. Let's
great.
back to the phone. Hi, you're on with Mary Beth.
Hi, Mary Beth. Hi. I'd like to know if you could tell us something about your personal family life, and also, I have a niece who is named Kayla after your character, and she's dying to have you say hello to her.
Hi, Kayla. The name I know very well. Of my personal life?
Yeah.
It's very quiet. I live in kind of a little suburb, if there's such a thing in L.A., and it's about 3 mile squares, and I live in a little old Victorian house with my husband and my dog, Madison.
What kind of dog?
Weimaraner.
Ah, good kind of dog.
Yeah, it's hyper, but nice.
Somebody said you were a shopaholic, is that right? What does that
I'm
mean?
trying to break that habit. No, I used to be really a credit card maniac. I was so embarrassed. But I've cut them all up and paid them off, and I'm trying to deal with cash, but it's hard. I think nowadays, if you watch any commercial and it says, you know, credit and this card will give you anything, and it really is a trap, and I think everybody's into it now, and I grew up kind of in that age where my grandmother or my mother is kind of like, credit cards, and it's kind of scary because I think it gets over your head. If you're somebody like me, though, thought it was fun.
Yeah, Kayla, I have a question for you. When you're having a really great day and you feel on top of the world and you have to play a sad scene, how do you make your eyes tear up and cry?
It's hard. Some people on our show and other shows, it's very easy for them. It's always kind of on the surface, and you say anything to them, they cry. It's not that way for me. I have to pretty much work at it and get myself sort of in the mood, and then the scene usually takes me, and I try to just pay attention to what's going on. It is hard, though. It's draining, too, very draining.
Yes, I wonder, are you going to help Pat get back with his mother?
Of course.
When is that going to happen? Do you have any idea when?
Well, this is going to be, I think it's going to be a pretty long, involved story. There's a lot of things coming up that are happening, and it's a real interesting story, and I think it's going to shock a lot of people. But if you can stick with it, I think it's going to pay off.
Okay, let's go back to the phone. Hi, you're on with Kayla.
Hi, Mary Beth.
Hi.
I just wanted to know, the first time I ever saw you, I was struck with how much you look like the actress Linda Hamilton, and I've since seen you in a few movies with her.
Right.
Have you ever heard anybody tell you that you look like her?
Everybody tells me that. And it's funny that I even did that movie with her. I'm glad, because everybody'd say that, and I would be like, well, I don't know who she is, but she's a great girl, so I'm kind of flattered that everybody thinks that. Thank you.
I want to know, when you read some of the things in some of the magazines, what you think of... they're not all true, right?
No. It's funny because you say things... There was, in Soap Opera Digest, it was written... I shouldn't say which magazine, but I said my mother shops at a store, and I said it was White Front or something. I said it was something like a Kmart or something like that, trying to give it a national feeling for the writer. And she wrote that my mother shopped at Kmart, and my mother called me on the phone, and I am shocked. And it's things like that, little things that you throw out that you don't think, or you're just referring to something and it's printed, and a lot of people, everybody in my family has called me and said, you know, so that's hard, but...
That part of being in the public eye, unfortunately.
I must be.
Back to the phone. Hi, you're on with Mary Beth.
Hello, Mary Beth. My name is Margaret, and I have a great niece named after you also.
Kayla or Mary Beth?
Her name is Kayla Margaret.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And I was wondering where you were from.
I was born in Pasadena, California.
Thank you.
So, California native. Only left for a little while. Up to Chicago.
Yeah, for a year
with
and a
your
half. And
true love.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what? I know you came in this morning on the plane on the old red eye. That's a lot of fun. This audience, I know, would love to get your autograph. Would you stay afterwards for autographs? Prize, and it goes to somebody who's been in our audience this week. It happens to be a $100 gift certificate for all the services at Mark Frank Hair Salon, and that's a really nice one. So if you've been in our audience this week, Kayla, Mary Beth is going to draw it for you right now.
Very deep in her.
All right, she's down, 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 and why don't you read who that is?
Oh, it's hard. Melody Dubinsky
Melody Davinsky.
from Rootstown, Ohio.
And congratulations to Melody. To tell us what is going to be on next Monday, besides Jack Wagner, we already know.
Bob Hope.
Bob Hope, that's right. We'll talk to him on Monday.
Barry Williams.
From the Brady Bunch, remember him?
Oh, this is a hard one. I think you better say that.
I think it's Nicholas Malgieri, who's going to make chocolate desserts. Doesn't that sound good? And Linda Hurst has soap news. Maybe we'll talk about yours. We probably will. I thank you for coming by here. Any of you doing some autographs and all that? Have a good trip back to L.A., too. We'll see you on Monday, everybody. Have a good weekend.